4 years ago, I was applying to NYU to go to film school. And part of the application process was to write a script for a 4-minute film. And they didn't really say anything else apart from that. Oh, except you couldn't use dialogue or music. So I thought, well, where do I start? And the first thing that came into my mind was, what takes 4 minutes? I thought, how high would you have to be for a falling object to take 4 minutes to hit the ground? And wouldn't it be cool if that was then a camera?
We're waiting for Ralph and Frank to show up with the bomb. They're making up a fresh one. Our camera case.
The greatest problem has been one that we didn't anticipate. We thought was going to be hardest was protecting the camera when it falls. And it's become all about how to make this bomb fall straight. So up to now we've always had turquoise nose cones. Today we have a blue one because they run out of turquoise salad bowls at the drugstore. It's the FAA who are supposed to be giving us permission to drop the bomb over there in the foothills. They've just said no. This is for 10 days now we've been working on trying to get FAA permission because dropping any object from 30,000 feet, we're going into commercial air traffic height. How'd it go?
Good, really good.
What happened?
First time I've been holding on to the bottom of the bomb exiting, so I was off in my judgment of carrying it out and wound up hitting the edge of the door on my first attempt at launch, and it came back down, got lower, then went out.
You hit the door or the bomb hit the door?
No, the bomb did, the top rim of it.
And I've had the pleasure of being involved with some of the Bond movies, working as an aerial stuntman, jumping out of a helicopter over the Rock of Gibraltar, and having to land in a tree. That was my job.
Can you dive and hold it steady?
Yep, holding it there fine, but I could feel a certain amount of burble effect. So I held that for a while there, Mal was filming it, and I released one handle, just had one handle, and it was much cleaner.
Well, I'm the main cameraman for it, and I'm trying to give a little bit of input to the bomb as well.
How's it been going so far?
Well, first one was probably one of the easier ones to stay with, and then we had speed problems from then on. And the human body can go anywhere from about 110 to 120 miles an hour to about 230 miles an hour, so anything outside of that speed range, and it makes it very difficult to stay with it and film it. Yeah, I've been around, had a bit of experience, so, but I wouldn't call myself a cowboy.
We have one more bomb to test with a video camera in it to get a sense of how it's working. Frank, the bomb builder, has an old VHS-C machine, but just when he was planning to give it to us for under $100, his friend said, "Well, you're crazy, I'll give you $150 for it," which raised the price to $150.
To build bombs, you need just basic skills about aerodynamics, and I have a lot of knowledge of construction as far as durability and flight characteristics.
Where did you learn how to make bombs?
Where did I learn how to make? Ted Kaczynski, we used to hang out.
This is good. This is good.
That's kind of what I guess.
We just need to put a window in there now. Getting clear.
Mal, are you familiar with our operational procedure here?
Which is?
We turn the power on, wait till it lights up and gets all warmed up, then we hit record, then we reach in down through the bottom of the back of the bomb, reach in, find the trigger, hit the trigger, make sure the standby light comes off, then we shove the styrofoam back in place, pack it down, and go.
Once that's done, assuming that it works really well, then the film camera has to be built into one of the bombs for the first time. It's actually one piece and stuck in the ground. It's unbelievable, but it flew well.
Look clean, very clean.
So this is the poor victim, the Millikan camera, made for military use and for stunt work and stuff. They strap them to cars and everything. The whole idea is that it's extremely high precision. This is strong. This will break. I don't know. I mean, at the moment, I'm not sure it's going to work at all. Actually, after all this build-up.
Rolf, it's Chris again, 728. I need you to call me ASAP, like 2 minutes till I take off.
And we've just been building this thing, getting it ready to come, knowing that we had to be here by 7:30. We arrived at 7:32 and the plane's gone. We missed the chance.
So we're looking at 10 to 10:30 when the next drop is feasible.
I'm an advocate of wisdom of insecurity, that I tend to realize that what I know isn't necessarily what's right, but if I can make myself the right sort of channel, I can let what's right through. Kind of excited to see a little bit of what the camera's going to see. So, who knows, maybe it'll even change the concept in some way. This is definitely professional research.
People have imagined what it would be like to go to that point. That jumpers potentially have thought about what it might be like visually, although you'd probably be too busy trying to correct the problem that was causing you to go that way rather than actually looking at the ground.
The crises went on exponentially all day. All sorts of things happened, good and bad. We cannot do 30,000-foot drops this weekend. So I've just been talking to the producer with Daniel, the guy with all the money. And his recommendation was go ahead and drop the cameras rather than pause, get the things developed, and then decide what to do later.
Physical panic. It was extraordinary. You come out of the thing, you go, you fall out, and you just go, oh, fuck! I was disappointed by the lack of reference. There's nothing around that gives you a sense of speed or of depth. If you're moving left, you don't know you're moving left. There's nothing that tells you that, you know.
I've lost confidence in the director, the producer, everyone involved in this thing, primarily because I haven't been consulted. Clearly the design of this thing needs to be handled by experts, by professionals, people who know what they're doing. Not skydivers, not parachute jumpers. They're really kind of the implementation phase, if you will, of this thing. It's engineering, it's not art.
You build bombs regularly?
Actually, I worked for Lawrence Livermore Labs for a number of years at designing real bombs.
The camera, there are two forms of survival. One is that the film survives because the box stays intact. Whether the camera will be reusable, the chances are, I think, 85% not.
It's just a thing dropped out of a plane. What can a director do? I mean, once it starts to fall.
Directors never actually do anything. They just choose good people to do different roles, which is most of it. Like casting is half of a film. The director's work is making choices. This is yet another choice we made. Which wheelbarrow to take for the recovery? I don't know what it is. It's landscapes, right? This landscape makes me feel really good. Cupcake.
My name's James. They call me Cupcake, though.
Okay.
Don't know why.
Cupcake.
Cupcake. That's my skydiving nickname. And my work nickname. And my home nickname.
Yes.
Why is it so nervous? I don't feel at all at ease. The camera did break open after all. The camera was open at the front. the lens is smashed in, and above the lens, that's open, I can see into the mechanics, which means that the very last part of the film got exposed. Morning!
So Rolf, it's the last day. How you feeling, man?
Hungover, a bit tired. And today is the 30 grand one, today is the high one. Nobody would ever know how complicated this is. You think you literally arrive one day, put the camera in the thing, take it up, throw it out, and that's it. For some reason, it's 2 weeks of work before you can do that. And thousands of dollars in jumps and plane rides and things like that. The FAA have said yes, we can go to 30,000 feet today and drop the bomb.
Okay, what's number 2?
Turn on camera.
I read it in a book, a little story that said that there was a king who suffered from Great Depression and great elation, and when he was down he never thought it would, he always could only see black. And when he was up, he thought the world was his, and the change after that was always quite a shock. And he asked his people to find him a way to regulate somehow his moods, and he would give away half his kingdom to whoever who could come up with a method that would help him to do that. And a silversmith made him a ring which said on it, "This too shall pass." And I was so touched by that, and it fits so much my own character, that I tend to go very high and very low, that I thought, and not only do I understand that, but actually I'd quite like to have that ring.
I think it's beyond this one and maybe another one beyond it.
Right, so I'm looking at where this gate is here. I was following fence line in from the beehives.
Oh, that's the baddest ass thing to watch.
Well, the camera, this is the lens, but the camera seems to be complete, like it's not broken open. The bit of light got in through where the lens was, but not much, so it might, depending on how much of the film got minced inside the camera, it's looking very good. It's gone through about an inch of film, it's fucked.
I've been back in New York now for 10 days, and I've finally just seen the footage. I ended up having to get 2 labs to develop the footage because the camera hit the ground so hard that the film broke into 60 separate pieces. I then had to go across town to a stills lab to get them to process it, and then processing it and getting it back the next day, and then taking all that back to another negative cutter to tape it all together just to see what we have. When I can see already a horrible, horrible big mistake, which might make the whole thing no good, is that the distance between the lens and the nose cone of the bomb was greater than it should have been. Basically, it's a round image. It's a possibility that we do it again, but it's horrible to think that we might, because the chances are that it might go wrong again. I was blind all the way through the making of this film. Every time there was something that said, "Don't do it," I would stop for a while, I'd be discouraged, and then sort of go, well, I can't have had this idea if it wasn't for a reason. I've never had an idea which didn't lead to something.
Christmas.
Wow! No numbers this time. You just
This
go by
is great.
color.
These are absolutely beautiful. This is going to be the 2 just like this, exactly the same. One built into the nose cone, so that from the back of the nose cone, turn it on, stick it on. So it'll be built inside there. and then one just wrapped up completely like this in the back.
So how many cameras do we have here in this room?
6.
6 cameras.
They're daisy chained now. This one's the image, and this one is just seeing what that one's seeing, no matter where I turn it.
As a photographer, I always only ever use 35mm cameras. Just, you know, convenient, easy, light, because I was only interested in what the image was of. I just always thought, you know, get away from the technical side of it, guys, and just make the shot. And what's in it? What's it of? Not how's it done.
I think everybody kind of wonders what it would be like to just fall. If you're flapping your wings in terror and fright, then you're just going to hit the ground and you go away. But if you can transform the experience into another way of doing something, then who knows what happens? You know, maybe you go right through the earth.
It fell straight. Didn't do any much drifting or anything.
Nope, that's about where I threw it out. It was about right here.
It didn't spin. I'm pretty damn sure it didn't spin. Okay, at the moment, we have it all working very well at 60 miles an hour. But if we drop the thing from 30k at 60 miles an hour, it's not going to hit the ground until about 6 minutes later. So we need to speed it up again, and the more we speed it up, the more I'm scared of losing the camera. So we have serious time issues today. It might not seem it, but we do, because pre-breathing is going to start up at about 3. Okay. So if this works at 120 miles an hour, then we've got free fall speed and we're back to the original thing. But the real problem is, if we do 90 miles an hour now, then the only way to get like 3.5 minutes or something would be to drop it from 24,000 feet. Okay, it's spun. I'm getting really nervous. We would have time for one more test if we could build the bomb in half an hour. And I don't know if it's worth it. Last test. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, the camera broke, but it's all completely intact. Hey Scott, it's Rolf here again. This is like the last possible chance to talk to you before we drop the bomb with the cameras in it, and I need to talk to you about some settings on it. This one needs to go first. You've got first thing to do. Pull the viewfinder out like that. That's the only way it works. If they didn't have it written down, they would have no way in hell.
We were standing at the barn, so we just went back like this way, you know, to the big hill right behind there. And it didn't look real far away. It was pretty big, you know. And just...
Hey, guys. There's a bomb. Something fell out of the sky. Where did it land? You see it? Oh God, it's empty. It would be perfect if it landed in there. Somewhere between the road and these cows.
How many more hours of daylight do we have?
About 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Where is it?
That's your camera.
We got it, buddy.
You got it.
We got it.
Oh my God. This has fallen 30,000 feet.
From here I still get vertigo.
Hear it grinding? I think there are two working cameras. That is technology, man. It only took 18 prototypes. Hi, have you got an idea? Have you got a title for the film? Splat. Friction. Coming down from the attic. It's about breaking the waves, but B-A-R-K. You hear that? What? The plane's been delayed until 6 a.m. Total recall. Whoosh. Chewbacca. Contact. Houston, we have a problem. Breaking foot legs.